So tonight I'm going to talk about a simple practice that you can do to unlock your full potential. To do that, we're going to talk about creating our state of being. So your state of being is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings. And that's really the key combination, because when you have that combination of thoughts and feelings, your mind and body are one. And it might sound a little hokey, but when your mind and body are one, that is how you are able to communicate with the universe and manifest your intentions. So I really want to emphasize the combination of thoughts and feelings, because when you just have one, it doesn't work so well. So I'll give you an example. If you do affirmations, let's say you are trying to lose some weight and you do an affirmation of, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, but you don't feel that, you feel like a heavy person, you're never going to manifest that. That's never going to become true, because you don't believe it unless you think it and you feel it. And I did a Facebook Live a couple weeks ago on gratitude. So if you missed that, you definitely want to check it out. But to really take your gratitude practice to the next level, what I was talking about is think about something very specific that you're grateful for, and then think about how that made you feel. So for me, one of the first things I'm always grateful for is my son, but I don't just say I'm grateful for my son. I think of a specific thing he did. So I'll give you a real quick example. We were visiting my significant other's grandparents over the weekend, and my son, he's just about 2. He recently learned to ride his scooter. So he was riding a scooter at his great-grandparents' house, and the kid loves attention. So he was just being a ham. He was showing off, and he's like doing all these kind of crazy tricks that we had never seen before. And it was just the coolest thing watching that. So when I did my gratitude practice, I pictured my son Jay on a scooter, and he's like tricking it out. And I recalled that feeling that I felt when I saw him doing that. So by doing that practice, I created a very positive state of being. So your thoughts can drive your feelings, and your feelings can drive your thoughts. So for example, let's say you get in an argument with someone, and you're just kind of replaying that through your head, and you're thinking about it, you're dwelling on it, you're getting angrier and angrier. Next thing you know, your body tenses up. Maybe if you have a bad feeling in your heart, maybe you have tension in here, maybe you have tension in your TMJ, but your thoughts can literally change how your body feels. And let's say you're not feeling well. If your body's just feeling like achy, feeling crappy, you can all of a sudden start having negative thoughts. So by changing your thoughts, you can intentionally change your feelings. And by focusing on your feelings and imagining a different feeling, you can change your thoughts. And we actually have a lot of science on this that backs all this stuff up, because for many years people knew this to be true. But you can put an EEG on somebody, for example, or a heart rate variability. And when somebody's angry, when somebody's experiencing fear, or they're super stressed out, you can literally have your heart rhythms become very erratic. And when that goes on for too long, that can literally give you a heart attack. Also, when you have these negative feelings, you can release lots of stress, or lots of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, lots of adrenaline. And that can either aid you, it can cause pain, or it can cause any number of symptoms. So it's very important that you guard your thoughts and intentionally direct them to what you want in your life, so you manifest more of what you want and don't get things that you don't want. Now also, when we are experiencing feelings of love, joy, happiness, our heart rhythms are very coherent, and that's a very healthy state to be in. So these different emotions are very powerful, and they literally can impact our health and how well we do in our life. Because let's face it, when we don't feel very good, we don't perform very well, right? Just looking at the comments here, Andy Mann says loves the T-shirt. So yeah, this was courtesy of Jack Cruz. He was giving them out to his members in Nourish, Vermont. So thought I would sport my mitochondriac shirt tonight. But anyway, so yeah, I was just saying it's so important that we are intentional with our thoughts, because whatever we put out to the universe eventually comes back to us. And a lot of us, we go through life and we form these self-images. So for example, if you're very heavy or if you're sick, some people have the fat self-image. Some people have the sick self-image. And they're just constantly thinking of, oh, I'm a sick person. And somebody, asks them to go out and have lunch or something. And just immediately their head goes to, I'm a sick person. I can't do that. And next thing you know, you manifest a new reality where you don't have a lot of friends, you're not hanging out, and you continue to be sick just from your state of mind. So the key is to focus on the right thoughts and then use those thoughts to create the right feelings. And the really the good news here is we can mix and match. So let's say we want to be happy or we want to be confident. We can recall a time from earlier in our life when we were very happy, when we were confident, when we were very successful, and we can elicit that feeling in our body and we can create a new state of being. So I'll give you one example of one I used to use from a very long time ago. So when I was a little kid, I played Little League. When I was younger, I was a very little kid. I was smaller than most of my peers, and I wasn't a very good baseball player. I was usually one of the last kids picked for the Little League team, and we were playing a game. I forget how old I was, but we were losing the game. The bases were loaded. I was up to bat. I was not a great batter, but I hit the ball. I got a triple. Would have been awesome if I got a home run, but I got a triple. We got 3 runs. Next batter up hit me in, and we ended up winning the game. But that was such an amazing moment for me because I wasn't a great player. I had this awesome hit, and we won the game, and we're all like jumping up, high-fiving, hugging each other, and it was an amazing feeling. So when I'm trying to do something, when I really need to get motivated, that's one event, that's a scene from my life that I will recall. And I'll just close my eyes, I'll reimagine that scene, and I'll feel what that felt like. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. So this is why it's so key to have a morning routine. Because what do a lot of people do when they wake up in the morning? They roll over and they look at their phone. Either they look at their emails, they look at news, they look at something that triggers a stress response. You start thinking about all the stuff you have to do. Next thing you know, you're feeling kind of tense. Your body, maybe your heart's beating kind of hard or whatever. And you can literally feel that negative feeling, and it can direct the rest of your day and cause you to have a not ideal day. However, when you start your morning with a good morning routine, so I always start mine with gratitude, and then I'll do some visualizations of what I'm trying to create and manifest in my life. So I do my gratitude practice. That puts me in a very positive state of being. And then that's kind of my launch pad to visualize what I'm trying to create in my life. And it doesn't take a lot of time. When I usually do 30 minutes between my gratitude, just a silent meditation and visualizations. But if I'm in a rush, I can do my gratitude practice in about 5 minutes. And it's extremely effective to get you motivated, to get you in the right state of being so you can manifest what you want and you can unlock more of your full potential. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more natural it becomes, and it builds on itself. So that's all I have to share tonight. If you have not tried this, I highly recommend you give it a try. If you've never done it before, give it a couple weeks and start small. Start with the gratitude practice, and then you can build from there. But it's very effective. So if this is something that appeals to you and you find helpful, this is a core part of my coaching program. So I help people, mostly busy professionals, that are dealing with energy issues. They're just kind of dragging at work. They're not hitting their full potential. They're not as productive as they used to be. Maybe you get home and you just don't have the energy to really be present with your family, or maybe you have some extra pounds and you're having a tough time shedding them. Maybe you're just not as motivated as you used to be. Those are the typical clients I help. And I have four main elements that I mentor my clients with. So the first element is mindset. That's just kind of one lesson that I teach my clients. So teaching you to take control of your mind, to identify your limiting beliefs that are holding you back in life, and replace them with new beliefs that are going to move you forward and get you where you want to go. And also teach you how to create your ideal self image. So being that person you want to be is who you are, and you're not trying to be once you do this for long enough. The next element of my coaching is energy optimization. So teaching you the proper nutrition, teaching you biohacks, teaching you breathing techniques, teaching you what to remove to help you optimize your energy. And I do that by really teaching you to become a mitochondriac. So teaching you different things, all backed up by science and the science of energy optimization, and showing you what you need to do to optimize your mitochondrial function. The third element is my brain gut hormone protocol, helping you have good gut health, fix your gut if you have a leaky gut, helping you have good brain health, optimizing your brain gut connection, because if you don't have a good vagus connection, you can have a bad gut, which can lead to a bad brain, or you can have a bad brain, which can lead to a bad gut. And the third part of that protocol is working on your hormones. So lots of times when we don't feel good, when we're not motivated, it's because we have low hormones and neurotransmitters. Things like dopamine, serotonin, melatonin, we don't sleep well. So sleep is also a critical part of that. But our hormones, so if you're a guy, if you have low testosterone, that's going to affect your motivation, your drive. It's going to impact your love life. You're going to have a harder time putting on muscle if you don't have good testosterone. For ladies, if your progesterone is not high, that can also cause problems with fertility. It's also going to impact how you feel. So that's element number 3. Element number 4 is lifestyle integration. And it's teaching you to add these new actions and new habits one at a time, so it becomes a part of your life. So you don't just come and do some coaching with me and just work with me for the program and then go back to your life. You adopt a whole new lifestyle, and that's how you live your life. So your day-to-day actions are helping you build a solid foundation of health that's going to continue to propel you forward and get you what you want in your life. So if that's something that interests you, if you want to learn more, reach out to me and we can schedule a time to talk and see if it's a good fit for you. If it's not, I will do my best to refer you to somebody that can help you with whatever you're having a challenge with.